see how this goes. Oh. Hi, Baz. What's going on? I'm trying to read that character. I think I'm gonna light a candle. Season's greetings. Just a second. I still feel like I've been up for hours and why am I feeling sleepy? I think I want to like create some intentions for today. I think I want it to be like a really good creative day. I was getting very inspired last night. Just like watching interviews with writers. Ow. That's good enough. Like both getting inspiration and also like getting, you know, like advice that was like, if you feel lost at any point in time, like that's normal. That's normal. That's normal. Just go through it. Just go through it. So I feel like, yeah, I want today to be a really big writing day. And yeah, it also kind of like broke me. I like have a way of writing that's very like, I don't try to bite off more than I can chew. It's very manageable. It's very, very like realistic and manageable. And that works for me. But I also kind of realized like last night, like I could push myself a bit more if I wanted to, just to like mix it up, just to make it more interesting, exciting. Like, hey, how much could I write in a day? How much could I write? Oh, Brian, yo, I don't know why Baz new use. Oh, okay. Hi, Brian. Hi, Alex. Hi, gift card. Your birthday was this week. What did you do? Josh, I almost called you George. I think I like combined your names. Josh, thank you for being here. How are you doing? How's work? Hi, Singularity. Yo, my favorite people are here. A basketball game, okay. Basketball's fun. Like, I say that, like, never watching, never going to any sporting event. But, like, of all the sports, basketball is good. Jinko. Yo, hi. Hi, Jinko. Ginny. Thank you. How do you know I'm a good writer? What is a good writer anyway? That's a great question. I know everyone wants like the pudding, like, so tell me about publishing. That's like never what I think about. I'm like, I just want to make something good. That's always what I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about distribution. I'm not thinking about like, oh, look, you can hold it in your hand and read it. There, I've done my job. Like, I don't care about that in so many ways. So I haven't thought that far ahead. Probably, if I'm really pleased and I really want to like, I would probably submit it, I guess. I think it's a really good concept and idea. I think I might also really strongly consider putting it out there under a pseudonym, because a friend was telling me that, and I think like any hangups I have about, I don't know, having my name on something, he was like, just use a pseudonym. So Jin, Fatal, hi. Love the red. I tried to wear red specifically for Christmas because I was gonna wear a dress, but I could not find it in my closet. It's not there. It is lost. You'll never know. You'll never know what I was gonna wear. Where am I now? I'm in Montreal. Oh, cool. Stressed. Oh, yeah. Amazing. I think I'm a good writer. I just also like, there's so many excellent writers out there, like truly. So what does that have to do with me? Nothing, but I just have a lot of admiration for like a lot of other writers. Like I know it's a competitive field. Yeah, I don't know. It's also part of what I like about writing is I like how personal it is and how like stylized it is and how forgiving a medium it actually is. Like, okay, the prose can be terrible, but if the plot is good or the characters are good, you'll watch or like you'll read. Like there's always going to be something for everyone. There's going to be like some aspect that you clutch onto in a book. And if it's not for you, it's fine. It's for someone else. Like in a really weird way, okay? I'm like a big fan of bad writing. I know that sounds weird, but I think like, because you have several things going on at once. You have like, I don't know what's going on with my hair. It's like just not happening, guys. You have like storytelling and you have like actual like sharing happening, right? Or like the author is maybe unwittingly or wittingly like expressing themselves through this kind of veil, this like mask that is like the story, or character or plot. So you have like you have like that person and their like unique perspective going on. And then yes, you have style and you have prose and you have craft. But honestly, like sometimes that gets in the way. Like sometimes that is too thick. And I just like want to get through to the other side. I'm just like, as long as there's something real and compelling in it, I'm with you. I'm with you. And I like, I don't know, I just want to support everyone who's trying to make something. I honestly feel like everyone has something to share. Matthew, that's okay. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jen. Thank you so much, Jen. I agree. I was talking about that last night with someone. I was like, you know, at the end of the day, I think, yes, you have these like kind of targets that hopefully you hit, but everyone's going to hit them in their own specific way. And I do think that my specific way is like unique. And I was a bit worried that I was doing a bit like paint by numbers storytelling, and it was like, you know what, I'm really not a paint by numbers person. I don't think I need to worry about that. Private. An acting scene is so bad it is good. Yeah. Yeah, actually, because yeah. How do I want to say it? It's like, because actors learn how to be like actorly really, really well. Like they know how to be natural. They know how to like be Oscar giving, you know, or whatever it is. And so strangely, like when they're bad, it feels more like real life. At least with those lines that they're given, right? I mean, at least that's my interpretation of what you said. Like, what was it called? There was this movie that like got a lot of, I was reading like credit. Wow, it was like with Julia Roberts. What was the movie? It's like After the Hunt. And people did not like this movie. And like one of the criticisms was like the acting was horrible. It was so like stilted. And definitely it was a choice. But it's about academics, it's about philosophers, and I actually found that like the unnaturalness to the acting and to the speaking like lent itself, like it worked. It somehow made it feel more like real people. I know that's really weird, but I loved it. I thought it was really like encompassing. Oh, I'm drinking tea. I never drink tea, but I'm having this like really nice spiced Christmas like orange pico blend. Okay, so we'll see like how long no, I'll probably be here for the hour. But yeah, first off, like, is there anything on any of your minds that maybe like I could speak on, or you just want to bring up? Yo, Davy Jones, hi. No? Okay. I was thinking of this last night, kind of trying to figure out whether I would go live today, and then like what I would talk about if I did. Try not to be. Yeah, Marty, you're so cool. There was a girl I thought it was really cool who did acting, so I wanted to be an actor. That's what. And so I went to the acting school she went to. I am a princess. Thank you for recognizing it. Are you painting at the park? That's amazing. Good for you. Yeah, so I mentioned this on the other live. My like New Year's resolution, if we're gonna call it that, is I want to be shameless. Like, I just want to drop it. I want to drop any semblance of guilt or shame or embarrassment, even just embarrassment, which maybe people don't think is like. And also then, of course, there's like the layers of like shame about shame or like embarrassment about embarrassment. You know, I just want to like drop all of that. And thinking of like this new year, I was like, okay, yeah, like if I can give you guys anything, and I'm not saying you need this, but it's like, hey, if I can give you anything, I think I actually want to give you like a true blank slate. Like, I want to give you fresh snow. I want to give you like the option, the possibility, like, hey, if you'd like to, you get to drop everything. You get to drop the year completely. You can drop past that if you want. You can drop your entire past, like right now. You can drop it. You don't have to carry it into the future if you don't want. Because this year that you've experienced, 2025, and all the things that happened, or all the things that didn't happen, all like the ways you were, whether you were like good or bad, whatever that means, right? Whether you were like grateful or present or loving or a dick. Like, it doesn't actually mean anything. It's not here. That's number one. And also, it doesn't mean anything. What happened doesn't mean anything. What didn't happen doesn't mean anything. And very specifically, it doesn't mean anything about you. Unless you make it mean something about you. Unless you identify with it. Unless you point to it and you drag it into this present moment and you say, look, this is me. I got dumped this year or something. I don't know. Or like, I got published this year. Or whatever it was. It doesn't actually mean something. You use it to give meaning, to define yourself. So talking about like shame a little bit. Why do people like carry around shame? Like for years, for decades. I didn't do this. I failed to do this. I did this really bad thing and I and you think, like, what do I want to say? Typically those people, they look out at the world and like usually they encounter like shameless people and they're like, oh, I don't like you. Because they've somehow given themselves permission to move on after doing something bad. To just move on. To just be okay with it. It doesn't feel very like righteous. Like, don't you know? Don't you know what you did? You need to atone for it. You need to make up for it. I think I did like a video on atonement. Anyway, like, how dare you just like feel okay about yourself after that? As if like feeling indulgently like ashamed or embarrassed or small or weak is actually doing anyone any good. Is actually for anyone except yourself. It's like this indicator of, hey, I'm aware. I know I'm bad. Just so you know, like all those people who might think I'm bad, I'm in on it. I acknowledge it. I will carry this for the rest of my life. I will carry it. I will carry it into every room, into every interaction. I will carry this because I did it. And so it is mine to carry. And that is my life. And that is my atonement. I'm a good person because I know when I'm bad. And I live constantly, day to day, with the consequences of that. that doesn't make you a good person. It makes you a bit self-indulgent. Makes you like living for a past that you don't prefer. Makes you kind of unavailable. Kind of selfish. Doesn't make you better. And it doesn't erase it. It doesn't erase it. Okay, the fact that you feel shame or guilt, like, I wish I hadn't done that, that's enough. That's literally enough. It's like information like, oh, that is the wrong choice for me. That's the wrong choice. That's enough. I will not make that choice again. That's it. Who am I actually? I'm going to drop it completely so that I get to choose now who I actually am. Free of that situation. Because if you're constantly like dragging that forward, like, hey, I'm this thing that I really don't like, guess what you're going to create more of? Guess what? I'm a really despicable person. Yeah, I'm carrying it. I'm owning it. So, oh, now you all need me to be like, you need me to like show up and be present and act and like, I don't know, help be of like benefit to others. Cool. Yeah, I can only do that like knowing that I'm really like not a very good person. So like, how does that sound? How does that sound? Do you guys want like the really bad person who has to like make up for all their sins? Because like that's me. I'll really like simultaneously like be this bad person who's like good now. I'm good now, I think. But I'll never really be good because I'm never allowed to forget. I'm never allowed to forgive, actually. It's not okay that I did what I did. It's not okay. If I ever make it okay, like cast me out from the island. If I ever make it okay, I must not be a good person. Don't you see like how contradictory that is? Like, don't you want other people to forgive you? Don't you want to forgive others? Would you forgive others for this same thing? This thing that like you're holding against yourself, or like if someone told you just like, I don't know, something that you're kind of like embarrassed about, or like something in your past, if someone else told you that, would you be like, make it up to me? You better not be that anymore. We can't be friends anymore. What's actually usually really like striking and magnetic is like when someone doesn't have anything around it. It's like, yeah, this happened. And it doesn't mean anything. And I decide now who I am. I'm not trying to like make the past right. The past doesn't need me to make it right. Do you get that? Like your year, your past, your child, it doesn't need redemption. You can if like that's a really exciting quest that you want to go on. But if any part of it is coming from some kind of story that like that you're bad, what is that going to make more of? So I guess like I just want to offer this to you that like literally you can just drop it like right now, this minute, whatever it is, even if it's like, oh God, like even if it's like small, it's like, yep, and it doesn't mean anything. And it's fine and it's okay. And it does not define me. That moment, that like really cringy, like awful moment, that like heartbreak, that like that way I behaved, that way I felt, that way I reacted, the way I was living, the way I was being, the way I was vengeful or spiteful or like mean or malicious or jealous or pathetic. You know how you actually get out of that is like you're neutral about it. You don't let it define you anymore. It's not you anymore. Because it's literally not. Unless you bring it into the present and you make it define this moment. But you're doing that. If you're gonna do that, fine. Just take like take responsibility for it. Take accountability for it. For some reason, you want to define yourself now with something that happened. Something that happened. You're not okay with just defining yourself by just defining yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you're allowed to just say who you are. And what happened, happened. And what happens in the future happens. Because, like, if you do this, I'm also just going to say, like, it allows you to actually, like, move with life in such a different way. Because imagine if, like, life is full of these, like, life is just life, right? Things are happening. Maybe sometimes you're, like, really smart and really attractive and really cool. And then other times you're like, what the hell was that? But if you're constantly like conditioning your sense of self-worth or like just identity, like your sense of self on what happens, how you behave, how you react, how you are, like how people are with you, you're constantly looking out there for who you are. It means that life is like this very challenging obstacle course that you have to constantly be like dodging dodging missiles. Like, oh, there comes that thing that like tells me that I'm worthless. There comes like that thing that like tells me that I'm broke. There comes that thing that tells me that like I'm ugly. There comes that thing that tells me that like no one loves me, and I have to like dodge it and do things and like manipulate myself into all these different shapes in order to like avoid life coming at me. But if you're able to like be like, oh, like this is like Neo in the Matrix, okay? The bullets are coming at him. What does he do? If you try to dodge the bullets, what happens? You make them real. You make more of them. You make life you make life like a field of bullets. But you made these like innocuous, meaningless things into bullets. Do you see that? It's you. You're dodging yourself. You're dodging your own like self-recrimination. That's all you're doing. And I know it sucks. Like, that isn't to say that it's not painful. It sucks. It's awful. But like, it's you. You're playing against yourself. So why don't you just like stop? Don't give meaning to it. Or at the very least, give the meaning you want. Like, actually give the meaning you want. And I will just say this, like, I personally think you have to sit with the discomfort. Meaning that you might actually have to take a moment to be like, this thing really freaks me out, to be honest. I'm like really triggered by this. It freaks me out. It sends me into like fight or flight. It freaks me out. And I think that like, because I feel this way about this, it's like so strong that I'm really believing in it. I'm really feeling and thinking it's true. And I'm trying to ignore it, and I'm trying to like keep living my life, and I'm trying to like be grateful or be happy or be like, or maybe like be with other people, or I'm trying to like focus on work, or like I'm doing all these amazing, amazing things because I'm afraid that I'm just afraid of it. I'm afraid of this like suspicion I have about myself. And and that's okay. But again, like, it's you. Why are you hiding from yourself? It's you. It's a suspicion you have about yourself. It's a fear you have about you. Like, do you get that? No one is gonna absolve that. It's you versus you. And therefore, it's also you for you. It's you for you. Like, that's the messed up part. So, like, and it doesn't have to take long, but you might just have to be like, okay, I'm thinking this means this. I've been thinking it for a long time. I really don't even like to go there. I don't like to think about it. Does it actually mean what I think it means? Now. Like, can I just be okay with this? Finally? Can I just be okay with it? Can I actually think through it in a way and not just react to it? So much is done just by being okay with. And something really like weird happens too when you're just okay with. You start to actually like see. Like, you thought you were with the situation. You thought you were with the person. You thought you were with yourself. You thought you were like reacting to it. And you really like realized that you were just like reacting to your reaction, if that makes any sense. So like, this is something I've definitely had around people where, you know, like when suddenly you're just like, you know what? I'm okay with this person. I'm okay with them. I'm just okay with them. I accept them however they want to show up. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't mean anything. Whatever. How do you want to show up? Show up. Go for it. Go for it. Like, do it. Do your being you thing. And suddenly, like, you're just actually with them. And even if they're doing that thing that really annoys you, because you've said, like, it's fine, you're allowed to be with the annoying thing too. And it's like they're completely different, actually, strangely, in that moment. Even if, like, technically you're like, I think they're showing up the way they always have, but it's different to you. Because suddenly, like, this isn't threatening to you. And then because you're actually, like, with them and not, like, with your trigger or whatever it is, and you're like, oh, I can actually see you and interact with you. It's like they've changed. And that's how, like, you're allowed to be with everything in your life for what it's worth. When you stop reacting to the meaning that you're giving things and you're just like with it. And it's just neutral. Then because you changed, it changes. So I guess, yeah, I like saying this, I'm even like thinking about my life, my year, maybe like the past 5 years. I don't know, all the things that I'm like a little uncomfy about, you know? I like don't want people to know. And by the way, like you don't have to like, you don't have to be an open book. It's fine. You don't have to tell anyone any of this, but all the things that like you've maybe been like squirming away from, or like you've maybe been like, I really hope no one ever finds out about this, or like I really hope that never comes up again. I really like anything you're uncomfy about, right? It's like, can you just be okay with it? And you're like, cool. It literally has nothing to do with me right now. It had nothing to do with me then. And like, I'm alive now. I'm alive now. Why are we even afraid of that? I'm alive now. I'm here now. What's like the next 11 days? If I let go of all of that, because it wasn't even like real to begin with, what could the next 11 days of my life be? What could next year be? Not as like an attempt to make up for, just because. And yeah, can I be like really, 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 really comfortable with myself? Really comfortable with my life, actually. Can I be comfortable with my life? Can I be okay with it? Can I be shameless about it? Can I be shameless about like how I wake up in the morning, and how I go to sleep, and what I ate, and what I said, what I didn't say? In the same way that like you're really hoping someone else is comfortable with you, right? By the way, this also means like, yeah, like any, I know this is like a stupid layer, but it's an important layer. Can you be comfortable with your discomfort? That's like a really important layer that I just have to say, this isn't about like being zen. Like it's not. This isn't about like being cool and like happy and grateful for everything that comes into your life. If you don't have that reaction, if you feel angry, if you feel upset, if you feel like, is that cool too? Is that allowed to be part of this moment too? Because it's like, if you're making it conditional in any way, like, hey, you have to be like totally perfect in order to be totally perfect. What are you doing? Why are you putting those conditions on yourself? Like last night, I don't know, I was talking to people about my doubts about writing. Oh no, am I a good writer? Do I even know what I'm doing? What am I doing? And like in the back of my head, there's this, like, there's definitely this thought, like, you shouldn't be doubting yourself. You shouldn't be doubting yourself. You should be like hyping yourself up, looking for the good, being positive, being like self-supportive, you know, being like self-affirming. You shouldn't voice these things out loud. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't draw people into this story. You shouldn't be talking about it with other people and drawing them into the story that you're not good at this. You shouldn't be doing that. And like in some ways there's some truth to that. But does it actually mean anything that I doubted for a minute? That I talked about it? Like it was just something, I don't know. For whatever reason, I felt like doing that at that moment. Did it actually lead to anything? I don't know. I don't know, something to talk about. I really mean that in the biggest way. Like even the, I just feel like so many people do this too. They're like, I'm gonna bring up the thing to finally get it resolved, you know? I'm gonna finally find the answer. And I was definitely doing that. I need, like, I'm bringing it up so that I finally get the answer to this. So I finally have some, like, concrete, beautiful answer of what to do with the doubt. So you get how, like, I just think people do that all the time. You know, when they're like, we need to talk about our relationship. Sorry. Oh my God. And then, like, your relationship becomes, like, talking about, like, the problems in your relationship. You're like, no, but we need to address it. We need to talk about it. We need to, like, hash it out and work it out and do it. And maybe, and, like, honestly, like, you come to the end of the night and you're like, good. We cracked that egg. But then it comes up again and you're like, we need to talk about it some more. The doubt is just doubt. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter. It's not actually stopping me from writing. It's not actually stopping it from being good. It's not actually anything. Did I need to talk about it? No. Does it mean anything that I did? No. It was just something to talk about it. I really mean that in, like, the deepest part of my heart. It was just something to do at that moment. It was just something to do. Maybe it made me feel better in that moment. Cool. And oh, thanks, Josh. But again, like, it doesn't, anyway. Like, thank you. You think I'm a good writer? Thank you. Oh, yeah, it's in the description, Marty. Jin, thank you so much. There's like, sorry, there's like lines of dialogue that I could say scrolling across my mind, but I feel like I said everything I need to say. Should you wear heels or boots for Christmas? I don't know what's the setting. This is the important question. I'm not even lying. Yo, underrated God. Thanks, Fatal. Chris, 10. What's the setting? Tell me. Merry Christmas, my mom. I guess, yeah, I'm just starting to, oh, shoot. Guys, like, this is really good. I'm just starting to think of, like, where do you hide? Where are you, like, where do you do that? And do you see, like, how what you're afraid to, like, you're only afraid to look at it because you think it means something really scary about you. But it doesn't get to define you. You define you. You have power in that moment. In the face of, you still have power. In the face of is actually like where you find that, where you discover that. And if you're hiding, like you would only hide if you actually thought it had power over you. If you actually thought that like it was bigger than you in some way. I don't hide from things that I'm like, Karen. like I don't hide from like, I'm not like, oh my God, there's dust on my bookshelf. I can't even look because like I don't have a thing about a dusty bookshelf. Like I'm like, whatever, it's fine. Like my sense of self isn't wrapped up in that. Now like someone else, they might be like, oh my God. They might be truly embarrassed. But you don't hide from the things that like, that don't have anything over you. So where do you hide? Where do you flinch? Where do you like, I hope no one sees. Where do you do that? I hope no one says anything. I hope no one says anything. I hope no one says anything. Where are you doing that? And this isn't like, I just like really want to make this clear. This isn't like, you need to accept that like you're the worst, like that you actually are your very worst fears. No, it's that like you've been projecting ideas of yourself onto like inanimate objects, inanimate circumstances. Do you get that? You're crazy. Do you get that? You're hiding from yourself. And it's you. So you can just very calmly be like, I'm not gonna like have that be true anymore. Thanks. That's not true anymore. Okay. Bye. That's it. Because it's you. It wasn't true to begin with. You're taking singing lessons? That's so great. That's really true. Like when you face something even bigger and you're like, oh, I can handle myself. Suddenly, like everything else looks small, right? But again, it's like because like that bigger opportunity gave you permission to redefine yourself in this like bigger way, right? And then you come at this smaller thing with that knowledge, with that like self-trust. And the thing is different. Opera. That's so cool. That's amazing. Why did you want to do that? Is that something that you've always wanted to do, opera? Yeah. Good for you. You know, like singing, like I think, I don't want to like add anything, but I think singing is like one of the most vulnerable things you can do because it's just you. It's so raw, like, and I think like our voices are so vulnerable actually when you think of it. They're so revealing. So yeah, if you can sing in front of others, not enough. I think everyone should sing. I think everyone should dance and everyone should sing. Yo, Corey, hello. It's gonna be a quiet Christmas because it's been like a really, I think it's gonna be a quiet Christmas. Because everyone needs that. Oh, wow. That's so dope. So it's like a gospel choir you're gonna join? So fun. Are you good? How do you think you are? Are you a good singer? What's your strength? To direct my talent. Oh yeah, choir will teach you so much. Plus it's just like, I don't know, like that like wall of sound, standing in that wall of sound is so powerful. But you learn like so much restraint in choir, and you learn to listen, really listen and follow. And harmony. I want to get better at harmony. Are you good? Are you good at harmony? Okay. You learned on your own. Okay, yeah. Right. Initially was singing. Like you have a teacher? Is that what you're saying? That head voice. Cool. Okay. Well, you have a direction. I mean, I think like you're definitely not alone in that. I think like everyone wants to strengthen their high registers, right? That's cool. I mean, you learn so much on your own, and you also just like learn so much imitating other people. That's definitely how I learned how to sing. It was just like imitating singers. Yeah. And I find like the technical stuff is amazing, but sometimes I just like I want to go back to that kind of like intuitive like imitation based learning where it's like just listen to other people and like forget anatomy or like registers or whatever and just like try to make that sound. Just try to reproduce that sound. Um do you like you must listen to opera then? I actually like I go back and forth on whether I like the sound of opera. I know you're not supposed to say that. But I do because of the low larynx, you know? That like that quality. Like why did they decide that was singing? Maybe you know. Why did they decide that was singing? Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like make weird sounds. And like make like voices too. Um like there's a reason that Ariana is like good at impressions, you know? You do. You can tell me. I just want that question answered because again, I'm like, it's just a sound. Like it doesn't mean like this is singing. And it doesn't mean that like modern singing, like more like belty, more like spoken. It's not spoken, but I find like modern is very much like more a natural speaking voice. That's for whatever reason what we prefer to hear at this point in time. But that doesn't mean like that's better singing either. And maybe it'll like fluctuate or go back and forth. For whatever reason, like we kind of like latch onto a specific sound during different generations. That goofball shame. Yeah, definitely. You do. Like, who cares? Honestly, who cares? Um, I think it's a lot like dancing, actually. I will just say this. I mean, you're like, you could probably teach me way more about singing. Um, but with dancing, I feel like so like people will go onto the dance floor, right? And they'll be like, I'm so bad at dancing. Like, like I feel like there's levels where like there's like people who are like, I don't dance. And then they're like, oh, cool, I don't have to be good at dancing. Like, I'll just have fun. And then there's like another level where it's like, yeah, and what if you were good? What if you had fun and you were good? And I think that exists with singing too. It's like absolutely like drop your ego, just like be weird, experiment, like be okay with making ugly sounds. And at the same time, like, what if you're good? Can you hold that? Can you like hold being good? Mm. Okay. I'm gonna go. I I will likely not be live on Wednesday. To be bad until you're not. Yeah, I don't know. Like, great. I just think you can get stuck there too. Where you're like, I'm bad. I don't know. Get over yourself. Just be like, you're probably not. And find something you like. Like, also get out of like the arbitrary, like, am I living up to some standard? Like, what sounds do you actually like? What do you actually want to do with that line? What actually moves you? What does the song actually mean to you? Like, Louis Armstrong, guys. Louis Armstrong. What even is that voice? But his singing is amazing. Anyway. Yeah, exactly. Yo, Jen, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Singularity. I love you guys so, so, so much. Like, have the most beautiful Christmas. If you celebrate, if you don't, just like enjoy the end of the year. Enjoy like these dark, dark, dark days. Enjoy them, you know? Um, and yeah, I don't know. I'll probably see you next Saturday. Okay. But yeah, thank you, Josh, for modding. Thank you. Okay. I love you. Bye.